Do you want to hear yet another story of how healthcare in America is a complete scam? Here, let me take you on a little journey. I was on a family vacation. I was in the mountains, beautiful on the river, staying in a little cabin on the river. I'm sitting on the porch swing in the morning with my mom. We're just talking, laughing, starting our day. And the swing falls. It comes the screw that's holding it in the ceiling, basically, like, it was curved and it just gave up and went, no more. It was obviously too small for the job. The swing collapses on one side, and all of the weight of it, I sit in, look, I sit in the weirdest ways. I'm sitting right now. Weird. I don't know how I was sitting, but I was sitting weird because it happened instantly. I'm just sitting there, and all of a sudden, boom, I'm on the ground, and I'm like, it immediately hurts really bad. So, like, my foot starts getting black and blue. It's hurting really, really, really bad. It hurts. I mean, we were like probably 2 feet in the air, and all the weight of it just went boom right on my heel. So after a while, I'm like, you know what? I do need to go get seen. I really don't want to do this, but I need to get seen. We're literally on a mountain. Dirt road, rocks and dirt on a mountain, okay? We're about an hour from a hospital. And we make it to the hospital, and as I'm walking in, I wouldn't really call it walking, as I'm limping into the hospital, we pass and make eye contact with a woman with very, very bleach blonde hair, and she's enjoying a tobacco product, let's say. She's out there doing that. We go in, there's security. I'm like, how is there security at this hospital that's in this small little town in the middle of nowhere? Okay. Security guard, we have to go through the metal detector thing and everything. And they have us go sit in this room to register. And I'm waiting, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, what in the 1980 is going on? And finally, the same blonde woman we saw outside comes in, and she sits down. She's like, sorry about that. I'm thinking in my head, yeah, your cigarette break is really important, obviously. More important than my possible broken bone. So we register, and we're told to go out into the waiting room. In the waiting room, there's all kinds of people going through some things. There's a lot. To get an x-ray, just an x-ray of my foot. I never even went in a room. I was in the waiting room the entire 4 hours, I went back, get the x-ray, went back to be told the results of the x-ray. It was not broken, just very, very bruised. Ice, rest, blah, 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 wear this little boot if you want. I got the bill for it pretty quick. In fact, I got the bill for it on the way home from this extended trip we were on. We were gone for like 2 weeks. So within 2 weeks, I got the bill. $600. $600 for an x-ray of my foot that took, they pushed a little button. How long did that take? I know they have to pay the staff and all that, but like, really, $600? That's not going to the staff. That's going to the executives. Because these hospitals are run by private equity companies and businesses. And they don't care, and they can charge whatever they want because there's no regulation on this industry. I could have went to a different hospital, and my bill might have been $3,000. I could have went to another one, and it would have been $50. I mean, it just depends. And every insurance has a different negotiated rate, and it is purposely made so complicated. But did you know, I found out, majority of the cost of American healthcare goes to administrative costs because they've made the system so complicated. They have to pay all these billers and coders and different support staff. That's where most of the money goes. If you look at countries that have, what's it called? Universal health care, they spend less per person than America does. We spend more per capita also than any other country. By far. We spend a lot more on our healthcare and we have poorer outcomes. But one of the reasons is because a lot of the money goes to administrative costs, aka CEO bonuses. Yeah, the more you know. And that's only one bill. I didn't even look at the bill, so that might only be the hospital's bill. That might not even be the x-ray bill or the radiologist bill or the durable medical equipment bill for the little boot I was given that's a piece of plastic. Yeah, we'll have to see what the total is. But we're at $600 so far for a bruised foot. Yeah, it's fun, right? So fun. I treated myself with some Sheetz cheese curds because we don't have Sheetz where I live, but where we were at had Sheetz. We were in Pennsylvania in the Allegheny Mountains. It's beautiful if you've never been. Hospitals, not so much, but you are far from everything. But yeah, they have Sheetz, and the cheese curds are good as fuck.